and welcome. Welcome back. Here's to another podcast. I hope you're guys all doing great. Guys and girls, everybody happy, everybody excited. I'm cold, and so are some of you. Depends on where you live and where you're listening this thing from. It's cold. It's getting cold. I say this with pain in my heart and tears in my eyes. It's November now, and it's already like I wanna be happy. I wanna be optimistic and hopeful and look at the future. You can hear it. You can hear it in my voice. The oh no, oh no. That's it. It's nothing more. It's nothing dramatic. It's just a concern about my survival and well-being in the upcoming period. It's like this. I mean, if you think I sound dramatic, like as if I'm going out to the wild, but that's not the case. But it's still pretty bad. I'm gonna say I don't wanna overdo it, but I think the chances are like 50-50. Every winter, the winter comes and I'm like, am I gonna make it to the other side of this? Am I not? Who's to say? I'm curious myself to find out. Here in Sweden, the cold is just a different brand of cold, a brand of cold that I am not built to withstand. I live in Sweden, but I'm Greek, and not only am I Greek, which is bad enough already, right? Everyone listening to this should be a little bit concerned for me, right? It's not enough, not just am I Greek. I am from one of the hottest places in Greece. One of those places, I'm from a small city in the west of Greece that's called Agrinio. It's the kind of place when people hear about it, they go like, oh, how do you survive in the summer? What do you do? Like, everybody is like, oh, I'm gonna go to see my parents in the summer after university. My friends were just like, well, good luck. Good luck out there. Do the best. It's ridiculously hot, okay? I'm talking about like 40 and 50 degrees, like it's insane. Like it's just like the only thing that you can hear outside is the mosquitoes in the summer and just the ting, ting, ting of the water of the several ACs that are just synchronizing and falling. It's hot. It's ridiculously hot. Everybody in my neighborhood, everybody in my town just looks at each other in June and then says, hey, goodbye, see you around. And then goes and disappears indoors. And people just see each other again in September. There is no other way to do this. And then the summer passes and then winter comes. And you'd think like, okay, how cold is the weather there it's gonna be? Like, at least you have a super warm winter. And yeah, sure, probably. I don't remember, because I remember being freaking cold again. I was cold in the winter in the hottest town in one of the super hot countries. And I was cold and I was trying to find excuses. Everybody finds excuses. We're all like, no, it's not that hot. It is cold. Everyone else is like freezing out. And we're like, no, it's cold. It's cold here too. You know, it's a lot of humidity that makes it worse. Humidity makes you feel the cold worse. What humidity? You don't have seas. We don't have seas. There's no sea around. We have lakes, a lot of lakes, too many lakes. Because of our lakes, we're cold. And that's just what it is. So I'm justified to feel cold. In my head, this is a real cold. On paper, it's spring, probably. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't wanna go. I could Google the temperature and tell you, but I know it's gonna be ridiculous. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna say anything. Here's the thing, you would expect that being in a hot country, like, you know, growing up in a hot country and living in a hot country, you would expect that, like, cold is not a big deal. It's nothing. Like, we don't talk about it. People aren't, you know, concerned about cold, because that's the whole thing. It's hot. You don't have to. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to talk about it. You don't have to, like, exchange tips or whatever. Just forget about it and live your life and be happy or whatever you do. Eat stuff and dance and whatever. But no, cold is one of the number one things that people are concerned about. It's like it's a serious danger that is always lurking. and it's always just about to get you. That's the feeling that you have, in Greece at least, about cold. Like it's always there and it's always like, pap, it's waiting for the moment. Because sure, it's not very much cold, but because it's very much cold, cold has been upgraded as a danger to like a legendary status, a big status. Cold is scary, okay? It's evil. And it's always, a fight, how to avoid it. Everyone's talking about cold all the time. It's always like, what are you gonna wear? Is it cold? Is it gonna get cold later? What are the chances of it maybe getting cold later? What can you wear that you can alternate in the evening if there's a little bit of a breeze so you can be, ahead so you don't get cold? No one sits in the cold. It's like illegal. In Greece, it's like illegal to sit outside in the cold. Like in other countries, people just sit out just to, feel the cold, like for, I don't know, like have a coffee outside. If you're gonna have to be somewhere and it just takes 5 minutes later, anything happens, people are gonna come out of shops and tell you, why don't you come wait inside? Don't stand out in the cold. Kids don't feel cold until they're 16, okay? Throughout their whole childhood, they're gonna be like dressed, like, they're gonna be like, not dressed, they're gonna be wrapped in several types of fabrics, okay? And then just like, you don't know what cold feels like until you become a teenager or something. Sometimes until your late 40s. You don't know. You're protected to an enormous degree. It's the running joke for Greek moms in Greece that they always are asking you to take an extra jacket, not to wear, just with you, just in case it gets cold at some point in the future. It doesn't matter what's the weather like right now. It might be in the middle of July. There's always a possibility suddenly a cloud comes, now it's cold. What are you gonna do? Panic. People are running around, scared, screaming. And if you have a jacket like your mom told you, you're gonna be safe. Okay, live to see her again, live to come back home. So that's the feeling. You understand, in Sweden, it's quite different. It's not like you're cold. It's more like cold is what you are. That's what you are. That's what you do. You wake up, you're cold, you do some stuff, you're a bit more cold, day's over. Okay, in the unlikely scenario that you're not cold, it's a party. The celebration day, we're all gonna meet and celebrate. Everybody talks about it. Okay, everybody is obsessed with warm water because it's the ultimate pleasure. And it's cold, it's real cold. Here's how big the difference is, the temperature difference. Okay, of course, we can bring numbers into this. I don't wanna bring numbers into that. I don't want this, okay? I want things to be like experiential, okay? Here's how it feels. When I moved from Greece to Sweden, haven't been there before, just came once off. I was so confident for this choice. I didn't even come to check. I was like, that's it, I'm going, get on the plane, have my stuff in a suitcase, whatever stuff. And I'm not wearing, because it's late August, it's late summer, and I'm holding my heaviest jacket that I have ever owned in my entire life at this point. Big, thick, heavy jacket. It's taken me through winters and winters for a few years, even some snow. I've seen some snow. So, my thickest jacket on hand. Get into the plane. Sure. Land in Sweden. Get off the plane. I'm super confident, okay? I have the jacket. I had this jacket in my hand, not thinking I'm gonna need it, just to save space in the luggage. That was the only reason. I was like, you know what? That's a thick jacket. I'm going to Sweden. It's gonna look so natural for me to have the big jacket with me. Here, let's save some space. So, thickest jacket in my hand, land in Sweden. Get off the plane. I put the jacket on. I put the hood on, closed it. My fingers are retracted inside. I almost just turned back. We're like, my bad. I'm so sorry. Goodbye. I tested it. I gave it an opportunity, I can tell right away this is not going to work out. It was like, like I had a blind date. But I didn't do that because, well, based on the distance, I was closer to the car, you see, than going all the way back to the airport. That would take longer. And my brain couldn't really, focus on this type of decisions. It was just like hottest, fastest, go. Warmest option right now, what do you have? in the car. Nothing prepared me for this amount of cold. Nothing. Nothing. I mean, I saw the number. That's why I don't want to bring numbers into this, right? Because I saw the numbers. And I was like, okay, it's going to be about 5 times more cold than it is moving from this city to that. All of this means nothing. Nothing. What matters is what I'm telling you right now. The coldest winter day I have ever experienced in Greece did not feel nearly as cold as my first evening in Stockholm. I'm about to cry now. In August. In August. I think it was like 28, 29 of August, something like this. I mean, sure, late, but August. Okay, easy. That was that was a hard day. That would be a hard day for everybody, for anyone. And that was it, you know. I couldn't deal with the cold. You know, I remember, I mean, that is super embarrassing, but seriously, I remember just walking through the cold, you know, to go several places, to go to university, just outdoors, being outdoors and walking through the cold in the snow and just having a bit of this sudden like cold wind when you're walking outside and you feel that is so cold. That's the coldest I've ever felt in my entire life. I cannot believe how it can possibly be that cold. And then the wind comes. And then you're like, okay, you know what? It was amazing a second ago. I take it all back. It's so cold that it just makes you feel like, why are people here? And you know, I mean, I get it. Why are people here? Like, I'm here. But why are people here to begin with? Like, who had this idea initially? I mean, okay, of course, everyone who's here now, you know, has a reason, but there were some people at some point in time that came and settled to this place. And those people made a choice, okay, a choice that other people today are paying for. And those people had no idea what the fuck they were thinking. Okay, here's what I think it is. There was another tribe that was after them, and then they came up here and they were like, you know what? No one's gonna follow us that high up in the cold. So I think we're safe. And this is how the country of Sweden came to be. I really, really believe this. I cannot explain it. I cannot explain it otherwise. How it is possible for somebody to come here and be like, okay, here we are. Okay, the other idea is that they came in the summer, settled, built stuff, and then by the time the winter came, they were like, ooh, okay, that was a mistake. That was a huge, huge mistake. But, you know, where are you gonna go? We're here now. We can travel with this weather. We might as well continue building. That's our only choice. There's no other option. Come on, let's see. At least a few of us are gonna survive. We're gonna eat the children. I don't know what we're gonna do. And it's not even just the cold itself. It's how it made me feel because I wasn't used to it so much. It felt like the cold was hurting me, like it was personal. Like it was like, you thought you could take this? You thought you could stand it? You little Mediterranean pussy, all the way back right now, like, ow, and the wind is blowing, ow, like, it was hurting me, right? I remember, it's gonna sound super embarrassing right now, okay? And maybe you won't believe me, but I remember walking through this super cold, sudden air, the wind, the cold wind, and crying, literally crying, with real tears coming out of my eyes because it's cold. For no other reason. Not like, oh, I had a bad day and that was the last straw. No, I had an amazing day and then I walked out and then it was cold and then I started crying. Because what else are you gonna do? What's the other option? Just like with tears, people coming by, like seeing me, being like, oh, don't worry, time fixes everything. No, not this one. Not this one. Time does nothing for this one. Next year around, same time is gonna be here. No. But seriously, what are you gonna do? Just cry. There's nothing else to do, right? So I cried and cried and cried and cried, and after I ran out of tears, but was still very determined that I want to, at least make sure that I can finish my university and make sure that everything, whatever I came to do, I finish. And I was like, well, I just have to survive. Trying to, hype myself up. It's man against nature. You can do this. Like I was watching inspirational movies like The Reverend. Like look at this guy. He made it, right? Here you at least don't have any bears to worry about. I hope. I don't know. Just I hope. It's always a possibility. Maybe there are bears around. I don't know what kind of animals people are. I wouldn't be so surprised. Suddenly somebody came at the university just super composed and put together and was like, oh, I'm sorry, we should stop our lessons for today because there is a bear around. Yeah, and nobody would panic. Everybody would just take it super easily. Oh, yeah, of course. It's a bear. I'm so sorry. Well, see you tomorrow if you manage to be here. It was horrible. But what are you gonna do? I mean, I don't think I've ever in my life felt so much self-loathing. Just so poor in essence as crying just because it's cold. You hype yourself up. People make it. Look at all those people around. All those people around right now. They've made it. There's old people around, which means they have survived that many winters. It's possible. They're like 80 years old people going around skiing. It's possible. You guys, it's possible. Okay? It's just because I'm not used to it. But I feel that the cold is like hurting me. It's like really out to get me. It's like bad. But the cold isn't really hurting me. What's happening is that I'm just cold and then I'm not cold anymore. Like that's it. You just go out and then you're cold and then you go in and then you warm up. That's it. It's not like, it's not like I'm walking on fire, like it's gonna burn me or something. You just have to, buckle up and get ready. I did everything I could. Okay, I was hyping myself up, finding all the tools, anything I need. Here's the good news. The good news is that everybody has the tools to survive through the winter. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. Everybody knows what you need to do this, right? You can just walk inside any clothing store in Stockholm and you don't have to say anything. You just say, I need a jacket, okay? Hey, I need something for the winter. I don't know why they sound like this. They're Swedish. That's not what they say, but but that's what the interaction feels like. Okay, I got you. Go around, pull some stuff. Get it for you. I remember grabbing a jacket. Sometimes they send you away if they don't have the right thing. Of course. Right? Nobody tries to, because they know it's serious. Like nobody plays around with that stuff. I've walked inside the store, asked, "Do you have a jacket for the winter?" They'll be like, "No, this winter. You mean here in this? No, this jacket's here. No, not for you. Where are you from? Greece? No, absolutely not. I'll send you to the right place." People aren't playing. I remember picking up a jacket, being like, "What about this? That looks pretty thick. That looks big enough." And the guy was like, this is good until like November, maybe mid-December. I don't know, like a week, maybe week 50 to put Well, I would like to live a little bit more, if that's okay with you. I'm not finished. I'm not gonna be finished by December. I haven't fixed my estate and haven't settled my estate. I have a lot of. I would like to have a little bit more time under my belt, of course. Well, let me tell you what you get then. And they give you all the stuff that you need. They'll give you the correct jacket. They'll give you the correct socks. Not those socks. Those socks are until November. No, those socks you have until February. Okay, everything. The funny hat, you get the funny hat. I had those This hat with the hat with triangle that had like a little thing on top. My friends were making fun of me and calling me a Smurf. Smurf. Ridiculous. Have you ever seen a Smurf with like 3 jackets, one on top with layers over layers? Like they're topless. Smurfs are topless, just running around and whistling. I can't whistle in this cold. Have you ever seen a Smurf with a balaclava? No, that's the kind of Smurf that I would be. You get all the stuff and, and then there's the mind trick. You just have to persuade yourself, like trick your brain to kind of, cold is, it's just cold. I'm not gonna die with a cold, which is ridiculous because of course you can die with a cold, right? But whatever works. Whatever gets you through the winter, right? So you just have to repeat to yourself, it's fine, it's just cold. It can't hurt me. I'm just gonna be a little bit cold, then I'll go somewhere, I'll go inside, I'll be warm again. That's it. You say it to yourself enough, eventually you will believe it. And that is the time we're all waiting for. It's working out, you see. Like with the right equipment. And the best part is, it's like it gives you character. Cold gives you character, You stop crying. I mean, for the ones of us who cry, stop crying, you just walk. You're like, you know what? I'm stronger than you. I'm tougher than you. Also, like, come on now, seriously. What are you doing? It's not like I'm responding to the calling of the outdoors. It's not like I'm skiing inside the snowstorm. I'm just trying to walk 100 meters between like my house and the bus and then a bus and another building and then back again. That's why I think this is why the public transport is working so well in this country. It's because, like, how else could you? There's no other way. It has to. You need coverage, right? You can't have people walking in this weather. So it's covering everything. Most parts of the city are very well covered. There's no other way. I made it. I'm still here. I've passed a few winters and I will hopefully manage to pass some more. We'll see. But I learned that the winter, if you embrace it, it makes you a little bit more like disciplined. Like you can focus on a thought and let it guide you and pass through the storm without crying, hopefully. Maybe. It's just 100 meters, come on now. 100 meters, and what happens then? Then it's really warm. When you go inside, oh my god, every single building here is like extremely warm in the winter. It's not like you take off your coat and you take off your jacket and you take off your blouse and you're just with a t-shirt. That's it. Like people are really, really serious about being warm and cozy. Cozy! Cozy! It's extremely important. It's illegal to be uncozy in the winter. So that's it. Build discipline, build character, 100 meters from cozy to cozy. That took me back. Oh, but well, the cold comes back now, so it's nice to reflect and give yourself power. And remember the tools that you can use when this happens. So, well, hey, if you're in a similar situation, you live in a colder country, but you're from a warmer country, we got this. We really do. Thank you so much for being here and see you again next week. Bye bye.